Hi everybody, welcome back. I know, I'm sorry, it's been a while, but here I am, and I'm here to make a video that I feel like a lot of you guys have probably been wondering about, and I'm probably going to explain it in this video. What video is that? What stuff has helped me with my weight loss journey? At least for me. Anyways, with that being said, let's get on to the things that have worked for me. And who knows if it'll work for you, but this is what has worked for me, and I can finally explain it to all of you. So let's go with number one. Number one that I think has worked for me so far in the last 7 or 8 months. Please check my video down below about the very beginning of my journey and what I wanted to do and where my mindset was back then to where it is now. So let's get to these topics. So like I said, number one that I feel like has definitely helped movement. Okay, what do you mean by movement? For one thing, a year ago, I was in a position where I was most of the time just staying in one spot and not really moving, not really being active. Around the time that my weight loss started, I started to move more instead of being in one spot. I began lifting more. I started being more active. And in personal life, I would tell myself 1, 2, 3 times a week, I would go on walks when I was available. When my daughter was at school and when I wasn't working at the time, I would go on long walks. And for me, these long walks, I felt like helped me in the sense that it made me feel more good about myself. It helped me with my anxiety that I believe I've discussed in these videos a couple times, because I do suffer from pretty decent anxiety. So I feel like the walks helped me. And so I felt like when I went on these long walks, it made me just feel good about myself. It made me just feel better overall. And then I was doing this in my workplace too. So for me, all this movement that I've been doing, I felt like helped in my journey. So that is one thing I have noticed over the last few months that have resulted in that. Number two. Portion control. Okay. You know, everyone's like, oh, we gotta eat healthy, we gotta eat good, we gotta, eat less. Yes, you can eat less. You can be portioned with healthy foods. But I'll tell you right now, for me personally, there are days where I just eat a bunch of crap. And how do I still lose the weight? Well, I don't eat big fat portions. For a big period of time, I think I've discussed this long ago in one of my videos. I'll find a link down below, but I got my wisdom teeth pulled. So I feel like it was a life event that happened during my journey that led to this, which overall has helped me in my journey. So I got my wisdom teeth pulled, and I was restricted to what I was eating for a while, for a good couple weeks. And I felt like because of that, it took me a while for me to get back into the groove of eating normally, in the sense that I was eating less. I was restricted to what I was eating because I was afraid of, hurting my mouth. So I started eating less, but I would eat more frequently with smaller snacks. And that has led on to when I went to like a fast food chain or when I went to make a meal, I wouldn't eat that whole entire meal. Whereas usually you'll get like a Big Mac or you'll get something and you'll eat the whole thing like that. Me, I did not become the case. I ate like maybe half of the food, and then the other half I would say for later, I would just throw it away. So for me, I felt like that helped me in the sense I became more portion control. I wasn't like going healthy, but I was just being more cautious of I didn't want to overstuff myself. And I noticed when I did, because of my journey and how I started doing that habit of mine, if I ate too much, my stomach would just, like, it would tell me that it's not right. And I felt like because of my body telling me those little signals, it helped me. Okay, I'm good. Because a lot of people just keep eating and eating and eating, and they feel like they're never full. But for me, I started eating slower. I started being more cautious in the sense that, okay, my body is telling me I need to stop. And then I would just stop instead of forcing it. And I felt like in the past, that was what my issue was. I kept eating and eating and eating and eating. I didn't take the time to fully digest. And I think that, yeah, portion control and then, you know, just savoring your food. I felt like that helped me. And number 3. I think this might be the last one. We'll find out. Number 3. I'm going to say kind of cut back on the late night snacks. I know everyone's like, oh, you know, like if I used to get off late, I used to eat a whole bunch of like junk food when I got home, and I used to just, you know, be lazy, I guess. But I've definitely cut back to where I kind of tell myself that I need to stop by a certain time of the day. Like by like 9 o'clock, I'm like, no more food. Because if you eat right before you go to bed, your body is not digesting that. And it becomes fat, and that's where you gain weight. And I felt like because of that, my body has adjusted, you know, like I cut back on those late night snacks. Even though there's sometimes I like to, you know, snack. And, you know, I'm never going to cut back on caffeine. Oh my gosh, caffeine. People tell me you need to cut back on caffeine, which I did for a while, my journey, but you know what? In the end, you just gotta consciously tell yourself that, you know what? It's okay to have late night snacks sometimes. You just gotta be more moderate. It's okay to have coffee. It's okay to have soda. It's okay to have fast food every once in a while. I'm guilty of it. But in the end, as long as you're being active, moving around, as long as you're being portion control, so if you have something, try not to eat the whole thing, or at least eat slower, to where maybe you can save it for later. And then try not to have it super late at night. I think those will help you. At least that helped me to where I am today. Because people ask me. And yeah. Anyways, I feel like this is finally a video I should finally tell you all. Because it's been so long. And it's been 7 to 8 months now. And I'm still maintaining. I hope to do a body video soon. Let you guys know how I'm doing. But yeah, I feel like those are the 3 things that have helped me on my journey, which has worked. Won't help you, I don't know, but this is what has worked for me. So I hope you guys in the next video, and thank you. Bye-bye. What stuff has helped me with my weight loss journey? At least for me.